Freezing to death, we do not scheme. Starving to death, we do not beg. Dying of poverty, we ask for nothing. We accord with conditions, we do not change. We do not change, yet accord with conditions. We adhere firmly to our three great principles. We renounce our lives to do the Buddha's work. We mold our destinies as our basic duty. We rectify our lives to fill the Sangha's role. In encounter specific matters, we understand the principles. Understand the principles, we apply in specific matters. We carry on the single pulse of the Patriarch's mind transmission. I ask myself, do I fight? I ask myself, am I greedy? I ask myself, do I seek? I ask myself, am I selfish? I ask myself, do I pursue personal advantage? I ask myself, do I lie? I ask myself, to eat only one meal a day? I ask myself, to always wear my precept sash. These form traditions are the sage city of 10,000 Buddhas, and no one can change them. Incense in the censer now, how it's burning. I all the Dharma realm receives the fragrance. From afar the Siva's cause of Buddhas, all inhale his sweetness. Free blaze of speechless clouds appearing. Our sincere intentions as fulfilling as all Buddhas and now show their perfect body. I namo in saklagen opiaibo Bodhisattva. I'm a sattva. I namo in saklagen opiaibo Bodhisattva. I'm a sattva. I namo in saklagen opiaibo
Shiva's lotus
Full
pool
assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Namo Shiva's lotus pool assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Namo Shiva's lotus pool assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
The Sutra of the Buddha's
Teaching on Amitabha. Thus I've heard, once the Buddha Shakyamuni was staying at the Jeta Grove in Antapantika's Parka Shravasti. 1,250 members of the Bhikshu Sangha had gathered there with him, all of them eminent arhats known for their higher knowledge. Elder Shariputra was there with other great disciples, such as Mahamaglayana, Mahakashyapa, Mahakatayana, Mahakashtila, Revata Shuddhipantaka, Nanda Ananda, Rahula Gavampati, Pindala Pradavaja,
Kaladin Mahakapina,
Vakul and Aniruddha. The Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas were also there. Dharma Prince Manjushri, Bodhisattva Ajita, Bodhisattva Gandhahastin, Bodhisattva Nityukta, and so forth, together with Shakra, chief among Devas, as well as multitudes from the heavens. Just then the Buddha spoke to Elder Shariputra, saying, west of here, beyond trillions of Buddha lands, there's a land called utmost happiness. In that land at this very moment, a Buddha named Amitabha is teaching the Dharma. Shariputra, why is this land called utmost happiness? The beings of this land never suffer, they're always happy, and so this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, this land of utmost happiness is surrounded by 7 tiers of railings, 7 layers of netting, and 7 rows of trees, all of them formed from 4 kinds of treasures. For that reason, too, this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, the pools of this land are made of the 7 treasures, and filled with water and endowed with 8 fine qualities. Golden sand lines the bottom of every pool, and each is surrounded by stairways made of gold, silver, viper, and crystal. There are pavilions adorned with gold, silver, vidya, crystal, grand clam shells, rubies, and carnelian. Lotus flowers as large as carriage wheels fill these pools. The blue flowers shine with blue light. The yellow flowers shine with yellow light. The red flowers shine with red light. And the white flowers shine with white light. They're all wondrous, fragrant, and pure. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness, is adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, in the Buddha land there's always celestial music playing, and the ground is paved with gold. 6 times a day, a rain of celestial mandrava flowers falls. Early in the morning, beings in this land gather the wondrous flowers in the folds of their robes, and make offerings to trillions of Buddhas in other lands. At mealtime, they return, eat their meal, and walk in meditation. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness, is adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, there are also many colorful and wondrous birds in that land. white cranes, peacocks, parrots, egrets, calavikas, and birds with 2 heads. 6 times a day these birds sing in elegant harmony. They proclaim the teachings, such as the 5 spiritual faculties, the 5 strengths, the 7 factors of awakening, and the noble eightfold path. When the beings of this land hear these birds sing, they grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, do not say that these birds have been born due to their misdeeds, and why in that land the 3 paths of misery do not exist. Even the names of these paths are unknown there. Rather, Buddha Amitabha creates these birds by transformation, so that the Dharma can be widely heard. Shariputra, in that Buddha land a gentle breeze blows on rows of jewel trees and jewel nets, making wondrous sounds. It is as if hundreds of thousands of musical instruments were played in harmony. All those who hear these sounds naturally grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, this Buddha land is adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, why is the Buddha named Amitabha? The Buddha's boundless light shines at all ends throughout the 10 directions. Nothing can obstruct it. That's why he is called Amitabha. Shariputra, the Buddha's life and the lives of the beings in his land last through infinite many asamkhya kalpas. That is why this Buddha is also called Amitayus. 10 great kalpas have already gone by since he became a Buddha. Shariputra, among the disciples of this Buddha, there are infinitely many hearers of the teaching. All of them are huts. Their numbers are beyond counting. The bodhisattvas in assembly are also uncountable. Shariputra, that Buddha land is adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, beings who are born in the land of utmost happiness, will never retreat on the path of awakening. Many will become Buddhas in their next life. Their numbers are beyond counting, and one can only speak of them as limitless, boundless, and incalculable. Shariputra, beings who hear of this should vow to be born there, and join with these good people. Shariputra, beings with few blessings, virtues, and roots of goodness, cannot be born there. Therefore, Shariputra, good men and women who hear about Buddha Amitabha should always hold his name with no other thoughts. By doing this for 1 day, 2 days, 3 or 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, or as long as 7 days, when they approach the end of their lives, Buddha Amitabha will appear in front of them, together with his gathering of sages. When their lives come to an end, these people's minds will be clear, and they will be born in Buddha Amitabha's land of utmost happiness. Shariputra, because I have seen these good results, I want you to know about them. All who hear what is said should make a vow to be born in that land. Shariputra, just as I now praise the inconceivable merit and virtue of Buddha Amitabha, in the worlds to these there are Buddha Akshobhya, Buddha Sumeru Banner, Buddha Great Sumeru, Buddha Sumeru's Light, Buddha Wondrous Voice, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land. shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all you living beings should believe in this sutra. Call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land and the protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the south, there Buddha light of the sun and moon, Buddha light of renown, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha lamp of Sumeru, Buddha limitless vigor, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all you living beings should believe in this sutra. Call praises of the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the west, there Buddha limitless lifespan, Buddha limitless hallmarks, Buddha infinite banner, Buddha great light, Buddha great brilliance, Buddha treasure hallmarks, Buddha light of purity, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all you living beings should believe in this sutra. Call praise of the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the north, there Buddha blazing shoulders, Buddha excellent voice, Buddha invulnerable, Buddha born of the sun, Buddha nets of light, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra. Call praises of the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds below, there Buddha lion, Buddha renown, Buddha light of renown, Buddha Dharma, Buddha Dharma banner, Buddha Dharma practice, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra. Call praises of the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds above, there Buddha Brahma voice, Buddha king of constellations, Buddha superior fragrance, Buddha light and fragrance, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha body adorned with colorful jewel flowers, Buddha king of sala trees, Buddha jewel flower of virtue, Buddha revealing all meanings, and Buddha like Mount Sumeru, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra. Call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, what do you think? Why is this sutra called the protection and care of all Buddhas? Shariputra, the Buddhas will protect and keep in mind. Any man or woman who hears this sutra, accepts it and upholds it, and who hears the names of all these Buddhas, they will never retreat on the path to unsurpassed perfect awakening. Therefore, Shariputra, all of you should believe and accept my words, what all other Buddhas teach. Shariputra, people already made a vow to be born in Buddha Amitabha's land, who are now making that vow, or who will make that vow. All are certain to never retreat on the path to unsurpassed perfect awakening, and will be born, or now being born, have already been born in that land. Therefore, Shariputra, good men or good women who have faith, should make the vow, I'll be born in that land. Shariputra, just as I now praise the inconceivable merit and virtue of all these Buddhas, they also praise my inconceivable merit and virtue, saying Buddha Shakyamuni does what is difficult to do, especially in the Saha world during the evil time of the five turbidities, the turbidity of the Kaaba, the turbidity of wrong views, the turbidity of afflictions, the turbidity of living beings, the turbidity of lifespans. Amid all these, Buddha Shakyamuni has realized unsurpassed perfect awakening, and for the sake of living beings, he explains this teaching, which beings in the world find hard to believe. Shariputra, you should know that during the evil time of the five turbidities, I've done what is hard to do. I've realized unsurpassed perfect awakening, and for all beings I've explained this teaching, which is difficult to believe. This is truly difficult. When the Buddha had finished teaching this sutra, Shariputra and the bhikshus, as well as the devas, humans, asuras, and others, rejoiced, believed, and accepted what they had heard. They bowed in reverence and departed. End of the sutra, the Buddha's teaching on Amitabha.
Namo Amitabha
Yendo do jindo yendo di yenda amiri do bobi amiri do jidan bobi amiri do bijalandi amiri do bijalando jemiri jejano do jali zambo. Namo Amitabha yendo do jedo yendo di yendo amiri do bobi amiri do jidan bobi amiri do bijalandi amiri do bijalando jemiri jejano do jari zambo. Namo Amitabha yendo do jedo yendo di yendo amiri do bobi amiri do jidan bobi amilindo bijalandi amilido bijalando jemili jejeno jido jari zambo.
Moksha offering. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm, all things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm, all things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm, all things are created from mind. Angelari Zambo, Angelari Zambo, Angela dies ombo, namo bodhi jari dori dando ye doye, namo bodhi jari dori dando ye doye, namo bodhi jari dori dando ye doye. Ansandola jedo zombo, Ansandola jedo zombo, Ansandola jedo zombo. Namo Buddha Flower Garden Sutra, the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddha Flower Garden Sutra, the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddha Flower Garden Sutra, the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddhas of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founding teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, quite shooting. Namo Restore Bodhisattva, who rescued those alive and dead. Namo Wonder Wandananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founding teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, quite yearning. Namo Restore Bodhisattva, who rescues those alive and dead. Namo Honor Wanananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the ten directions, dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, founding teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, quite yearning. Namo Restore Bodhisattva, who rescued those alive and dead. Namo Honor Wanananda, who stated all the teachings. We take refuge with the Buddha, we take refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha, we take refuge with the Buddha, honor as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, we take refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha, we take refuge with the Buddha, under us the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Refuge with the Buddha, we take refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha, we take refuge with the Buddha, honor as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitude. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Buddhist karma done by body, speech, and mind, fruit and craving, anger and delusion from beginless time. Buddhists now repented all of this. Sentient beings karma done by body, speech, and mind, fruit and craving, anger and delusion from beginless time. Sentient beings now repented all of this. Karma done by body, speech, and mind, fruit and craving, anger and delusion from beginless time. Lonely spirits now repented all of this. Countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end, boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end, boundless dharmas I now vow to learn. Fearless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save. Limitless afflictions I now vow to end. Boundless dharmas I now vow to learn. Fearless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save. All afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn. Buddha of my nature I now vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save. All afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn. Buddha of my nature I now vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save. All afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn. Buddha of my nature I now vow to realize. An bola moring dawning sabbo. An bola moring dawning sabbo. An bola moring dawning sabbo. An aruraji sabbo. An aruraji sabbo. An aruraji sabbo. An bobodiri jedori rando yedoye. An bobodiri jedori rando yedoye. An bobodiri jedori rando yedoye. An sanmeye sadowan. An sanmeye sadowan. An sanmeye sadowan. Namo savarando yedo arujadi an sambalai sambalai yo. Namo savarando yedo arujadi an sambalai sambalai yo. Namo savarando yedo arujadi an sambalai sambalai yo. Namo zuluboye dando yedo yeda jido an zulu zulu. Bolai zulu zambo. Namo zulu boye dando yedo yeda jido an zulu zulu. Bolai zulu zambo. Namo zulu boye dando yedo yeda jido an zulu zulu. Bolai zulu zambo. Wa 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 na wa 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 wa. Namo Zanmando Modo na na wa. Namo Zanmando Modo na na wa. Namo Zanmando Modo na na wa. Namo Meri Joda Dagada. Namo Bile Joda Dagada. Namo wonders from the Dagada. Namo vast expansive from the Dagada. Namo far from fear da Dagada. Namo sweet to King da Dagada. Namo Lami da Dagada. Namo many Joda Dagada. Namo Birle Joda Dagada. Namo wonders from the Dagada. Namo vast expansive from the Dagada. Namo far from fear da Dagada. Namo sweet to King da Dagada. Namo Lami da Dagada. Namo many Joda Dagada. Namo Birle Joda Dagada. Namo wonders from the Dagada. Namo vast expansive from the Dagada. Namo far from fear da Dagada. Namo sweet to King da Dagada. Namo Lami da Dagada. May these mantras bless the purest Dharma book, given to all Buddhists, many as the Ganges sent. May they become then renouncing all degrees, simply leaving darkness born in the pure land, taking refuge with the three jewels, bringing forth the Bodhi mind, ultimately realizing and serve as awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all life, sharing with all Bodhi sufferings of Dharma food. May these mantras bless these gifts of Dharma food, given to all sentient beings, many as the Ganges sends. May they be content, renouncing all degrees, simply leaving darkness born in the pure land, taking refuge with the three jewels, bringing forth the Bodhi mind,
ultimately realizing can serve as the awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all them, sharing with all sentient beings offerings of Dharma. May these mantras bless these droplets of sweet dew,
giving to all lonely spirits
many as the Genji said, may they be content, renouncing all their griefs, swiftly leaving darkness born in the pure land, taking refuge with the three jewels, bringing forth the Bodhi mind, ultimately realizing can serve as the awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all them, sharing with all lonely spirits offerings of Dharma food.
To you many faithful Buddhas,
We now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters of all faithful Buddhists share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere.
giving food to faithful Buddhists, so you realize Buddhahood. To you many sentient beings, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters of all sentient beings share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to sentient beings, so you realize Buddhahood. To you many lonely spirits, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters of all lonely spirits share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to lonely spirits, so you realize Buddha. An Bodhi rings abo, an Bodhi rings abo, an Bodhi rings abo, an ye na samboa, Fajalai ho nan ye nan samboa. Fajalai ho nan ye nan samboa. Fajalai ho. The heart of Prajnaparamita Sutra. When Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara was practicing the profound Prajnaparamita, illuminate the five skandhas and saw the ore empty, and he crossed beyond all suffering and difficulty. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form itself is emptiness. Emptiness itself is form. So to our feeling, cognition, formation, and consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are empty of characteristics. They are not produced, not destroyed, not defiled, not pure, and neither increase nor diminish. Therefore, in emptiness there is no form, feeling, cognition, formation, or consciousness. No eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, or mind. No signs, sounds, smells, states, objects of touch, or dharmas. No few the aims and including no feel of mind consciousness, and no ignorance or ending of ignorance, up to including all age and death, or ending of all age and death. There is no suffering, no accumulating, no extinction, and no way, and no understanding and no attending, because nothing is attained. The Bodhisattva, who runs on Prajnaparamita, is unpitied in his mind, because there is no impediment, he is not afraid, and he leaves destroyed dream thinking far behind. Ultimately nirvana, all Buddhas of the three periods of time attain Anuttarak Samyak Sambodhi, who runs on Prajnaparamita. Therefore know that Prajnaparamita is a great spiritual mantra, a great bright mantra, a supreme mantra, an unequal mantra, can remove all suffering and is genuine of false. That is why the mantra Prajnaparamita was spoken. Recite like this: Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha. And of the heart of Prajnaparamita Sutra. Namo Amitabha Yendo Doje Doyendo Riendo Amirido Bobi Amirido Jidanbo
Amilido bijalandi, amilido bijalando,
Gemini Jajanodo Jari Zambo
Namo Amindombo yendo do yendo yendo
Amirido Bobi
Amilido jidang bobi Amilido bijarandi Amilido bijaran Gemili Jajanodo Jari Zambo Namo Amindombo yendo do yendo Amilido bobi Amilido jidang bobi Amilido bijaran Amilido bijaran do Gemili Jajanodo Jari Zambo
May all the
All kinds of beings reach the jewel land, and the beings of all three realms be born from lotus blooms. May all the miracles attain the threefold worthiness, and the countless angel ones ascend the 10 grounds. Amitabha's body is the color of gold. The splendor of his marks has no peer. The light of his brow shines round 100 worlds. White as the seas are his eyes, pure and clear, shining in his brilliance by transformation are countless bodhisattvas and infinite Buddhas. His 48 vows will be our liberation. In 9 lotus stages we reach the farthest shore. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha.
Namo Amitabha.
Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo
Namo Amitabha. 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 Namo Amido. 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 Paval, please be seated.
So, good evening, everyone. Just want to share a final reflection for the day. And this one comes from Venerable Master Shen Hua. And I think it's really well suited for our theme on loving kindness, going from the mind of rightness to the mind of kindness. So here's Master Hua talking about his own childhood experience. So he says in this book, The Dharma Talks in Europe. So Master Hua is teaching in, let's see what location. He's teaching at Avalokiteshvara Temple in Paris, France. This is a talk in France. So he says, let me tell you about myself briefly. When I was little, I was not a filial child. I was born with a big temper and loved to fight with people. If anyone was being unfair, I would try to set things right. My motto was, if I see injustice on the road, I'll take my knife and rush to aid the victim. That's the kind of person I was. It's like a modern day Robin Hood. Fight for the poor. Before I turned 12, all I did was fight. That was my main skill. If I didn't fight for a day, I wouldn't eat that day. And this is Master Hua talking about himself. When I turned 12, I realized my errors and totally reformed. I apologized to my parents and told them I had not been a good child and had caused them a lot of worry. But that started then. And starting then, I would change my faults and turn over a new leaf. I remember Master Hua telling when he was a kid, he'd actually fight with like teenagers are much bigger and older than him. And if they pulled out a knife, he'd actually grab the knife from the blade out of the person's hand. That kind of fierceness. That's why I was just fierce. If he said something was wrong, he would go all out. Yeah, he'd ride horses standing up. He's like a champion fighter. So anyways, he put all out. So he got a lot of fights as a kid, right? So fighting for what's right. Starting from the time I was 12, I bowed to my parents every day. Later I bowed to heaven, to earth, to the national leader, and to my teacher. I didn't yet know who my teacher would be. This is a spiritual teacher. But I bowed to him anyways. After a while, I began bowing to all people, to the people of all nations. I felt that perhaps I had mistreated or wronged all the people in the world. So I bowed to them, seeking to repent. The bows kept adding up until I was bowing 830 some bows every morning and the same in the evening. I bowed outside the house, bowing without fail despite the wind, rain, and snow. The gales of wind, the soaking rain, and the freezing snow didn't deter me. I bowed like this for over 10 years. After I left home, many people wanted to bow to me as soon as they saw me. I joked. Probably they're bowing now because I bowed to them in the past. They're just repaying the bow. He goes on. But I think that's a very interesting reflection from Master Hua's own life, where he started out, fighting for justice in a kind of I'm right, you're wrong way. And then he turned a new leaf and realized that way of being led to a lot of suffering and a lot of pain. He says, you know what? If I see something wrong, I'm going to humble myself and bow and practice, you could say, loving kindness, wishing that person well, hoping that they will improve and transform themselves. And so I think it's quite instructive when you really look at Master Hua's practices, those early years when he was bowing to his parents, to all living beings, was actually a very profound practice of loving kindness. So, and of course equanimity as well. He's bowed in the rain and snow, regardless of the situation. Okay, so in that spirit, we'll sit for the last 30 minutes of the day.
So now we'll do the dedication of merit. May every living being, our minds as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with hearts of goodness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see how hands and hearts can find in giving unity, may our minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light dispel the darkness of our endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise. So the two refuges. To the Buddha I return and rely, vowing that all living beings understand the great way profoundly and bring forth the Bodhi mind. To the Dharma I return and rely, vowing that all living beings deeply enter the Sutra treasury and have wisdom like the sea. To the Sangha I return and rely, vowing that all living beings form together a great assembly, one and all in harmony. Bowing respect to the Venerable Master. The day's already over, our lives are that much less, like fish in evaporating water. What joy is there in this great assembly? Be diligent and vigorous, as if your life were at stake. Be mindful of impermanence and take care never to be lax. Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. So this concludes our evening ceremony. Wish you well. Have a good night. Buddha guarantee for those who practice loving kindness have a good dreams. So have a good night and see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. We have morning ceremony. At 6:30 evening ceremony and meditation. Hope you can join us. Amitabha.